There we go, guys. Back in the garage, going to do another video on the POWERWHEELS riding toy car thingy. So in that video you saw my little lad driving about and it was going alright, went pretty quick, still on the one-wheel drive unfortunately, but at least it worked, it didn't set on fire or break or all. Just a quick explanation of the throttle pedal, which you might have seen in the other video, but that's all mounted up. Worked spot on. So it's only got the forward motion at the moment. I've not fit the other servo tester to make it go in reverse. I may or may not do that. I'm just going to wait a bit longer. My concern is I'm going to try and fit the faster motor, and if I give him reverse and he jams it in reverse whilst going forwards, he's going to undo all the hard work. So I might just wait on that. So what you saw was in that video, the previous video, the speed wise. This is the generic brushed motor. This is actually a 30,000 RPM, which is, I don't know, 2,000 kV. You have to work it out, but it's actually quite, it's like a 15 turns, it works out. It's quite a fast motor. So it did alright, but the plan is, and this is all just temporary, pull out this speed controller, pull out this motor, and drop this in. So this is a 4300 kV brushless motor. So this is a much faster motor. And I've got hidden away in all this rubbish. I've got my ESC to go with it. So to get this to fit, a bit of a pain. This pinion gear has a taper. The internal diameter is a taper, and it's actually a push fit onto the brushed motor. So you've got to pry it off. And what you can see there is, if it focuses, there we go. I've actually drilled it, tapped M3, and I put in an M3 grub screw so that it locks onto the flat on the shaft. Otherwise, it just fell off before. So fingers crossed that grub screw holds. That holds on the shaft. And I've had to, as you can see, I've lost maybe 4 mil of gear. So when it's on there, it'll only mesh a bit less. But I'll get it mounted, I'll show you. Fingers crossed, this pinion, this motor, that gearbox, all holds up. It's going to give me a bit more wheel speed, wheel RPM. Now before, it was a very slow jog, I would say, the speed of it. I'm hoping that with a brushless motor it'll be a jog, a good jogging speed. And then if that's successful, if the gearbox holds, the pinion holds, the grub screw holds, I will buy another motor, ESC, another one of these, and then I can retrofit. So I've got spare gearboxes now. Spare gearbox, so then I can make it two-wheel drive as originally intended. So that's the plan. I still need to, well, what else did I do? I'm probably not going to bother with the on-off switch, not going to bother with the reverse for the time being. I might get the lights working again because they were not working in the video. So yeah, I'll just show you, get this motor mounted, show you the mesh on the gears, and then swap out the electronics, and we'll take it from there. So stay seated. Okay, speed controller is in. I've got it all turned on now so you can hear it fan whizzing away. I'll be honest, first test run off camera, the pinion gear came off straight away. So yeah, not good. So I've taken it apart again. The grub screw had fallen out of the pinion, so I've shortened the grub screw so that it's got more perch in the pinion, because it was like a pointed grub screw. So anyway, it seems to be holding up. So I'll give you a quick demo of the RPMs. So just go nice and steady on throttle. So I think that is going to be pretty wick. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty damn quick if the pinion holds. And now what I forgot to tell you about was these little puppies. So these are little fans that turns out they're for 3D printers. Didn't realise that when I ordered them, but they're a couple of quid. And I'm going to put these. So the motor, just after that little run, is hot. I mean, you can hold it, but if you can tell there's some resistance there. So these little fans, it blows air out of that square slot there. So I'm thinking of mounting it, something like that. And then I'll mount the other one. Not too sure. I want to use them both. Maybe have them spaced side by side like that, with a gap in between them. And then hopefully they will help keep the motor cool whilst it's being ragged about. Because when my lad's in it, it's just going to be full throttle. I know it. So it'll be full throttle non-stop for 10 minutes until the battery goes flat. So I did that to keep cool, because I'm also concerned that if that gets too hot, I don't know how much heat can go into the gearbox and melt the gearbox. So I do not want that to happen. So I'll fit those fans now, and then I'll show you how it's done. Right, there we go. Fans are in. Just put them on a long bolt with some spacers, and took the car around the block with lad in it, and performed perfectly. Pinion gear stayed on, the motor did not overheat, the fans seemed to working fine. I've now got the on-off switches here. Which is good. The fans are permanently on with a battery, which I might change, but for the time being, at least that way the motor's always been cooled. So if that's off, motor's still getting cooled. Might be a good idea, might not. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.